HR operations form the backbone of successful businesses. Yet 41% of HR leaders cite compliance as their top challenge. Let's explore the most critical mistakes and practical solutions to transform your HR operations. Annual losses. Lost annually in the U.S. due to HR errors. Compliance challenge. Of HR leaders cite compliance as top challenge. Higher turnover. Increased turnover from poor hiring practices. Inaccurate documentation. Missing records and audit failures that can lead to significant compliance issues and financial penalties. Poor hiring practices. Rushed recruitment and verification gaps resulting in bad cultural fits and increased turnover costs. Inadequate onboarding/offboarding. Incomplete processes and knowledge transfer leading to productivity loss and security vulnerabilities. Compliance confusion. Outdated policies and legal knowledge exposing the organization to substantial legal and financial risks. Ineffective communication. Poor engagement and feedback channels resulting in misalignment and decreased employee satisfaction. Missing policy documentation. HR policies exist but aren't properly documented or accessible to employees. Incomplete infraction records. Employee warnings and disciplinary actions lack proper documentation or follow-up. Termination gaps. Insufficient documentation of performance issues leading to termination decisions. Compliance record failures. Missing regulatory paperwork, expired certifications, or incomplete training records. Financial impact. Average fine for improper records, $2,500 per violation. These fines can quickly multiply with multiple infractions. Legal settlements from documentation gaps often exceed $50,000. Legal vulnerability. Increased risk of wrongful termination claims. Difficulty defending legitimate business decisions. Prolonged legal disputes due to missing evidence. Digitize records. Invest in a comprehensive HRIS system to centralize and secure all HR documentation. Schedule regular audits. Conduct quarterly internal audits of employee files and compliance documentation. Train staff. Provide regular training on proper documentation procedures and legal requirements. Rushed recruitment. Skipping critical steps to fill positions quickly leads to mismatched hires. Vague job descriptions. Unclear expectations create confusion and attract unsuitable candidates. Inadequate screening. Failing to verify credentials, experience, and background leads to costly surprises. Inconsistent interviews. Unstructured interviews allow bias and miss important candidate qualities. 74% higher turnover rate. Poor hires leave quickly, creating a revolving door effect that destabilizes teams and increases recruitment costs. 30% additional replacement cost. Replacing a bad hire costs an average of 30% of the employee's annual salary in recruitment and training expenses. 53% team morale drop. Disengaged or underperforming employees significantly impact the motivation and satisfaction of the entire team. 39% productivity loss. Bad hires not only underperform themselves but also disrupt workflows and create inefficiencies across departments. 26% customer satisfaction drop. Poor hiring decisions ultimately impact the customer experience, leading to decreased satisfaction and potential revenue loss. Clear job descriptions. Detailed responsibilities, required skills, and success metrics. Standardized screening. Consistent application review and background verification processes. Structured interviews. Uniform questions and multiple interviewers to reduce bias. Evaluation scorecards. Objective rating systems for candidate assessment. No clear plan. Ad hoc orientation without structured learning path. Missing knowledge transfer. Critical information stays siloed rather than shared. Incomplete checklists. Important steps forgotten during transitions. Abrupt departures. Rushed exits without proper handoffs or security protocols. Productivity loss. New hires take 3 to 6 months longer to reach full productivity without proper onboarding. Early turnover. 20% of turnover occurs within first 90 days, largely due to poor integration. Security risks. Improper offboarding creates data vulnerabilities and access control problems. Create detailed checklists. Comprehensive guides for both onboarding and offboarding. Automate key tasks. Use software to manage paperwork, training, and reminders. Implement feedback loop. Regular check-ins and exit interviews to improve processes. Outdated legal knowledge. Not keeping up with changing labor laws and regulations at federal, state, and local levels. Missing policies. Lacking critical workplace policies required by law or best practices. Multi-state complexity. Failing to address different requirements across multiple operating locations. Inconsistent enforcement. Applying policies differently across teams or departments. Type of violation. Average cost. Additional impact. EEOC settlement. $1.2 million. Reputation damage. I-9 violations. $2,236 per form. Criminal charges possible. FLSA violations. $34,000 per case. Back pay plus penalties. ADA noncompliance. $75,000 minimum. Mandated remediation costs. Regular legal reviews. Schedule quarterly meetings with Employment Counsel to review policies and practices. Continuous education. Provide annual compliance training for HR staff and managers on legal updates. Updated handbook. Maintain comprehensive, current employee handbook with all required policies. Compliance calendar. Create alerts for filing deadlines, policy reviews, and required trainings. One-way messaging. Announcements without feedback channels. Buried policy updates. Important changes hidden in lengthy emails. Inconsistent channels. Information scattered across multiple platforms. Exclusionary practices. Communication that doesn't reach all employee groups. Poor communication leads to 33% higher turnover rates, lost trust between management and staff, and significant career development issues. Regular team meetings. Hold consistent meetings with dedicated Q&A time to ensure two-way communication. Centralized information. Maintain a dedicated intranet for policies and email important announcements. Anonymous feedback. Implement suggestion systems and quarterly engagement surveys. Leadership accessibility. Establish open-door policies with HR and regular town halls with leadership. Process blind spots. Without regular assessments, inefficiencies become entrenched and normalized over time. Missed improvement opportunities. Potential innovations and best practices remain undiscovered without structured evaluation. Cultural disconnect. HR initiatives may drift from employee needs when regular pulse checks are skipped. Hidden compliance risks. Potential legal exposures remain unidentified until they become serious problems. Strategic alignment. Map HR processes to business goals and metrics. Process optimization. Streamline workflows for efficiency and compliance. Technology integration. Implement digital tools to automate routine tasks. Continuous improvement. Regular assessment and adaptation of all systems. Integrated HRIS. Centralized systems reduce paperwork errors by 75% and automate compliance tracking. Employee self-service. Digital access reduces HR administrative burden by 40% and improves data accuracy. Automated alerts. Deadline reminders prevent 93% of compliance lapses and ensure timely action. Legal claims reduction. Decreased within 18 months. Lower turnover. Improved retention across all departments. Faster onboarding. Reduced time to productivity for new hires. Essential practices to strengthen your HR operations. Documentation excellence. Implement monthly record reviews, deploy comprehensive HRIS solutions, and standardize all document templates across departments. Hiring process overhaul. Conduct structured interviews with consistent evaluation criteria, craft detailed job descriptions, and follow thorough verification protocols. Onboarding/offboarding systems. Create comprehensive procedural checklists, implement automated digital workflows, and systematically collect feedback to refine processes. Compliance program. Schedule regular legal reviews, provide comprehensive staff training, maintain an updated handbook, and ensure multi-state regulatory awareness. Communication strategy. Develop a multi-channel communication approach, establish clear feedback mechanisms, and maintain consistent messaging across all platforms. Stay agile. Monitor evolving labor laws and emerging technologies. Adapt quickly to workforce trends. Foster transparency. Build a feedback-rich culture where communication flows freely. Create psychological safety. Strategic partnership. Position HR as a business driver, not just administrative support. Align with organizational goals. Anticipate risks. Shift from reactive to proactive HR management. Identify potential issues before they arise. Transform operations. Implement systems and technology for lasting improvement. Build resilient processes. Achieve excellence. Make HR a competitive advantage for your organization. Start your journey today.